Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Dressing Room Debrief, where we'll mull over. It won't be a long episode today because it was a two-tie affair between Chelsea and Servette to reach the proper rounds of the Conference League. And with Chelsea being 2-0 up in the first leg at Stamford Bridge, the second leg seemed a bit of a formality, and it was far from what it should have been because Chelsea lost 2-1 on the day, winning 3-2 on aggregate in the end and progressing. But it was anything but smooth sailing for the Blues. The only positive I'd say out of it was that we did progress. I thought it was quite lackluster. I thought the performance was sort of players going through the motion, which is a shame because the attitude probably for me is the most disappointing thing because you've got players there who are fighting for a place to show why they deserve to be at Chelsea, with obviously the amount of players at Maresca and the hierarchy of banished. You would have thought that these people would have wanted to show what they can do, why they deserve to play at the weekends. And it was anything but, because it looked like they disinterested. They couldn't be asked to be there. I don't know if it was whether they're just simply not good enough because there's a lot of youngsters. So it's, quite tough to say that. But it just seemed to me that they were sort of, going through the motions, and it was such a slow tempo, slow build up. In the first half, Servette didn't really do much, and we were sort of dominating, and we went in the half 1-1, and yeah, it was a good penalty from Nkuku to put us 1-0 up. I thought that Madrid, was great, had great anticipation to pounce onto the error from the Servette right back, and a good awareness to win it. But yeah, Mudrik's a frustrating one as well because I think that some bits he does is really good, and then his end product lets him down. There was a chance where I think it was in the second half when he cut all the way into the edge of the box and it opened up for him to have a shot, and he just blasted it over the crossbar. And it's little things like that where it's just so frustrating where he does so many good things, but then he does so many just poor things. And yeah, I just don't know where I stand with him at the moment because he's been here for a few seasons now, and there's not really the sign of improvement I would have liked to have seen, especially when you've got the likes of Sterling and players like that who have been banished, who I think, have still got something that they can give this squad. But yeah, I know a lot of people probably disagree with me with that, but yeah, for their first goal, it was poor, considering that Servette didn't really, threaten us at all. We lost possession, and then defending could have been better. Like I feel Desarzi and could have tried to bring him down. He could have defended it better. And just all round the defence looks a bit of a shambles. A lot of ball watching, a lot of they're second to every ball. They're slow in anticipating, and yeah, I just think I'm just a bit worried about our defenders because you can see why they don't get into their first team every week. But our defence isn't our strong point. We don't really have. All right, Colwell's got potential. Fofana's got potential. There's all potential, like a lot of our squad and like a lot of who we bought. But there's no real world class centre back since Thiago Silva's left with experience. Um, I feel like the second goal, again, all ball watching, and I do think the keeper should have saved it. I think it sort of slipped past him. Badia Shield just constantly ball watching and making mistakes. I don't really know what's happened with him since he got injured because before that he was quite solid. And then since then he's been nothing short of a shambles. But yeah, the only thing that I suppose I could find another positive in is that we should have, although we were playing a bit sloppy and lethargic, we should have still scored about 5 or 6. We missed a lot of chances. Jackson scored an offside goal. Cole Palmer hit the crossbar. But yeah, ultimately we just need to be a bit better if we're gonna, play these other teams in the further stages of the tournament. One thing I will mention is that fireworks show, probably the best slash weirdest thing I've seen ever. And I don't know what it was all about, but it probably broke up the game nicely for us because, it was a tenser ending than I would have expected, with Servette in the end needed 1 goal to put it to extra time. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a complete different ball game on Sunday against Crystal Palace because it'll be a stronger team and a team that's played more together. So yeah, let's hope for another 3 points there.